coming up in this edition of Under the Hat. Despite the gloom of the COVID pandemic, the holiday spirit still shines bright as students and staff help local families in need. Jack Steinberg will give us his top 5 animated holiday specials, and Alex Donaldson has the latest sports news and much, much more in this special holiday edition of Under the Hat.
3, 2, 1.
Hello, and welcome to an all-new holiday episode of Under the Hat. I'm Jacob Parsons.
Hi, I'm Jill Miller, and let's get to it.
As the year 2020 comes to a close, the class of 2021 is determined to spread some holiday cheer with some healthy competition. A gingerbread house competition, but virtually of course. Students and staff can enter for just $2 for a chance to win a $25 gift card. The only rule is everything must be edible. Man, now I'm hungry. Ooh, cookies sound good. Anyways, Jill, my co-anchor, was kind enough to create HHTV's very own submission. Here's Jill with more.
Hey everyone, it's Jill, and I'm back again with some more holiday baking action for you. So this is a time lapse of me decorating my gingerbread house, which I'm entering into the competition this Friday. I started off by cutting a template and cutting out my pieces and baking everything, and then I made sugar glass, which is what you see in the windows. It was kind of hard to make, but it ended up looking really cool, and I'm very, very happy with it. So then I went along and frosted the window panes and around the windows and all of the details on. I added some more after this recording, which you will see at the end, but it took a little bit of time, but I just put on White Christmas and was in the zone. Then I went ahead working on the roof, which was basically just putting frosting everywhere and smearing it around so that it looks like snow, and I put sprinkles on top of it, and it ended up looking really cool, so that's that.
Thanks, Jill. I think our chances of winning are high. Many children rely on school as their main source of food. But what happens on the weekends when schools aren't open? Here's HHTV's Charlie Schultz to answer that question here in this report.
Hat Packs, or Helping Around Town Packs, is a non-profit organization helping to feed kids over the weekend throughout the Hatboro-Horsham School District. Hat Packs has been around for 3 years and has especially gained importance due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
We were informed by a community member that kids were saving parts of their free and reduced meal program on Friday to be able to eat over the weekend. And the three of us met together and decided we were going to do whatever had to be done to satisfy this need.
What started as one elementary school with 16 kids has grown to 300 kids in all HH schools in a matter of 3 years.
Although we did plan to just save the world when we started, has happened, especially with COVID, but even before COVID, the need is so great right here in our community. We want to make sure we're helping around town in any way we possibly can.
As with most things in today's world, COVID-19 has changed the way that Hat Packs works. They used to pack individual bags and give them to guidance counselors to hand out during school. This is no longer possible due to school closures.
So if there's a family of 3 children, then one bag gets 3 meals in it, and it just goes directly to their home with their permission.
These new changes may have been difficult, but may have also resulted in a huge uplifting experience for both volunteers and kids.
There's a lot going on, and most of which we probably don't even know. Although there's one little group of kids each week when I deliver a bag to their house, they're waiting by the door and they all hang out the door to yell thank you. It just means so much more than the food that's in the bag. It means there's people out here who care about you.
This holiday season, 2 volunteers decided to go above and beyond for the students in our community.
We actually have some neighbor volunteers who started a program. Laura Lasher and Mindy Walker are collecting money and gift cards for our kids all to receive gift cards for the holidays.
This holiday season, Hat Packs is helping around 138 families. Reporting for Under the Hat, I'm Charlie Schultz.
Hat Pack has said they are always looking for more help from the community, whether it's through a food donation or a money donation. If you'd like to volunteer your time or make a donation, You can go to the Hatpacks Facebook page or visit one of their many drop-off sites.
For the last 15 years, the Feed a Friend food drive has been helping local families in need. Despite the COVID pandemic, the students and staff still found a safe way to keep the program going during these challenging times. HHTV was there as they continued this holiday tradition of giving back to the community.
Feed a Friend is a place where a bunch of high school students come together for a great cause for the whole community. It's not only helping the individuals come together, but it's helping so many families in the community that really need it. And this year, especially with the current circumstances of the COVID-19 virus, it is essential that we come together as a community. For many people have lost their jobs, and it's just much more difficult financially for many people.
The students will be outside, and they will, when the cars come up from the community members that donate to us, they will help them unload the bags of the food that they're donating to us, bring them up to the school, then we bring them inside, and then we sort them into the different categories of the type of food that they are.
However, this year is a lot different because we're not allowed to have as many students as we usually do participate with the limited capacity and social distancing. We're having a lot of help from our teachers because we are not able to enter the building this year. However, today it's great that we are able to bring a few, I think there's 10 of us together to help bring all the goods here so we can sort and deliver to the families in need.
So we're still at the locations, the 3 locations that we normally are, the Hatboro Pool, the admin building, and here collecting donations. Community members are still welcome to bring them during the week because the main lobby is open. They can just drop them in there. So we still have those drop-off points like we normally have had in the past.
I just thought that it was a really good cause, and I like that the teenagers are doing it. It's important that we try to help out our local community, anybody in this area that's struggling, particularly this year.
Well, this year we are somewhere in the range of about 90 families. Our counselors do a wonderful job helping us out with this. They reach out to the community and ask if there's anybody that would need assistance during the holidays and if we can help them out by delivering a food package to them. And they'll respond, and then they'll be put on a list by the counselors.
We don't have a list from the families. We distribute the food how we see fit, so we'll have typically a few boxes per family and then a gift card or 2 to go along with it. We'll take whatever we can get, as long as it can be stored over a year. That's all we can ask for. Yeah.
Just knowing that the community is really willing to help us out for this great cause is awesome to me. And just knowing that wherever these boxes are going, that I'm helping my fellow classmates, my fellow families, and my community. Packing the final boxes into my advisors' cars to be delivered is the best feeling.
Feed a Friend will still be collecting food and gift cards donations up until December 22nd. Gift cards are much appreciated to any local food stores to help purchase turkeys or hams for the families. Now for some yearbook news. If you have yet to submit your senior quote or bio information, you're late. Please submit this information as soon as possible. Changes and additions will not be accepted after December 31st. Make sure to do it before 2020 finally ends. The class of 2021 has taken on the role of becoming Santa's helpers. Families were able to write a letter to good old St. Nick for a fee of $5. Children then received a personalized letter from Santa with a free gift. This year, 203 letters were submitted, which doubled from last year's number. This small fundraiser started 3 years ago as an easy way to help spread some holiday cheer. The students did an amazing job pulling off this fundraiser even while at home.
To keep you in the holiday spirit, the concert choir and HH Madrigals will be performing a virtual concert on Tuesday, December 22nd at 8 p.m. You can watch either on the Hatboro-Horsham School District YouTube channel or on the HHTV cable channels. If you have Comcast cable, you can tune to channel 28 or channel 33 if you have Verizon cable. Sugar, spice, and everything nice may be the ingredients for the Powerpuff Girls, but they're also ingredients to some sugar cookies. Now these are a few of my favorite things. Cookies. Cookies are my favorite thing. Just take the package.
Hey everyone, it's Jill here to show you some holiday baking magic. I decided to make some sugar cookies using Alton Brown's recipe, which you can find on the Food Network website. And I started off by just getting all my ingredients in the mixing bowl and then letting the mixer do its thing and combine everything. Then I put the dough in the fridge to chill for about 2 hours so that I could make sure that it would hold its shape when it was cut out and get some dishwashing done so that I did not have to do it later. That's a pretty important part for me. I like to make sure that I don't have to do everything all at once. Once the dough chilled, I put down confectioner's sugar so it wouldn't stick and rolled it out to a 1/4 inch thick before cutting it out and putting it in the oven for about 10 minutes. And then it was all done and it looks lovely and it also tastes delicious.
I'm personally a peanut butter cookie kind of guy, but Jill, those still look great. You know, we should have a cookie exchange sometime. Everyone has a holiday tradition, whether it's baking cookies, seeing lights, or watching a holiday classic. We got Jack Steinberg to tell us his top 5 favorite Christmas specials. Take it away, Jack.
Hello everyone, my name is Jack Steinberg, and I might be Jewish, but I love Christmas. There are so many wonderful things that come along this time of year. Between the music, the food, and the lights, it seems as though happiness is radiating from wherever you turn. It even radiates from our TVs. With that in mind, here are my top 5 animated Christmas specials. Coming in at 5th is the timeless tale Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the very first Rankin Bass special from 1964. While the special features a compelling story and an insight into Rudolph's backstory, it just isn't quite as good as the specials ahead of it. One of the main reasons being that the animated Santa is too skinny. Too skinny!
It's almost Christmas.
Who ever heard of a skinny Santa? Eat.
This next ranking is without a doubt going to stir up some controversy. Coming in at 4th is the classic A Charlie Brown Christmas from 1965. This year, instead of being on broadcast TV, it is on Apple TV and PBS. Don't get me wrong, this movie is incredibly nostalgic and well written. However, it has a deep, complex undertone to it, making it possibly difficult to understand if you are younger. It literally just clicked for me last year. That said, it still contains fun for all, and I still recommend as an annual watch. Next on the list is the masterful Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas from 1965. Why are all the good specials from the 60s, huh? This movie is so iconic, not to mention it is one of the greatest Christmas songs of all time. Nevertheless, I don't think it holds a finger to the top two. The position of second place is the incredible Santa Claus is Coming to Town. This one is from 1970. This movie is so fun to watch. We get to see Santa's rise to the jolly fat man we all love. Not to mention there's incredible narration that is not overused, plus iconic characters like Burgermeister Meisterberg. Taking home the prize as the best animated Christmas special is the one and only The Year Without a Santa Claus. 10 years after they made Rudolph, Rankin Bass took it to the next level. There are not many specials that evoke such an absolute sense of nostalgia to the same magnitude this one does. Between the Miser Brothers, the incredible story, and the awesome songs, it just cannot be beat. As for who is the better Miser Brother, that is for the viewer to decide. Enjoyed this look down memory lane. I'm Jack Steinberg with To Watch or Not to Watch, and I wish you all happy holidays. And definitely watch all these timeless classics. Ho ho ho.
Well, I know what I'm doing tonight. I'm gonna watch all those specials. Thanks, Jack. You definitely saved me from my nightmare of having to rewatch the Star Wars Christmas special again. Now on to Alex Donaldson with the special Hatters Sports Update with a special guest.
Hello, I'm Alex Donaldson, and I would like to welcome Hatboro-Horsham High School Athletic Director Lou James to our show. How you doing, Lou?
Thank you, Alex. I'm doing great. I hope you're doing well in these wild, weird times.
Absolutely, and we're going to get into that. So first question right off the bat, we're all sort of in the same situation, but for the players and athletics, what effect, if any at all, did the lack of in-person classes have have on athletics this fall season?
Well, I think it probably had a lot. I believe that the interaction in the building is as important as on the field.
Absolutely. And touching on that two-part life, how did our student athletes have to change their practice routines during COVID crisis since access time to our facilities were reduced?
Well, access time was reduced to an extent. Everything was on the fields outside in the fall, except for volleyball. Inside, they were wearing masks, same as outside. Once they were in extensive exercise, they were allowed to remove the masks. The protocol we used caused a lot of change. The change being temp checked when they showed up, continual cleaning of the hands, also registering on the Hatboro-Horsham District website all their symptoms, etc. So it changed the dynamic of how everything works.
So obviously fall behind us, now we're getting into winter, and let's talk about winter sports. What is the status of winter sports at HH?
Wow, that's a tough one. Just like the fall, things are changing every single day. We've rewritten our sports schedule for the winter at least 4 times already, and now it's changing again. We will not start even practicing until January 4th. At that point, we must have 15 practices in before we're allowed to compete. So that takes us to the end of January. So you're looking at a reduced schedule of games, probably within the 12 area, 12 competitions, instead of the normal 22 for basketball. So, and that's going to happen in every sport that we're playing, probably reduced to the 50% amount, which is pretty much what we did in the fall.
So again, these young core coming in, having great seasons in the fall. What was the high point for our sports teams during the fall season?
I think the high point was just being able to participate. Going into the fall, we were so worried about the kids getting opportunities to participate. It really wasn't about winning. It was about competing. It was about not losing that opportunity to compete. However, that aside, we had a very good fall season. We had a girls volleyball team that went into the playoffs. We had a cross-country team, boys cross-country team that was absolutely outstanding. And I don't want to shrug anyone else. Everyone had a great season.
All right, well, thank you for coming on. That's all the time we have for today. I want to thank you, Mr. Lou James, for sharing your insights on Hatters athletics. For Under the Hat, I'm Alex Donaldson.
Alex, thank you very much.
Well, that'll do it for this special episode of Under the Hat. I'm gonna go bake some more cookies now.
And I'm gonna eat some cookies. Thanks for watching, everyone. And now we have a performance by the HH Madrigals with the song Carol of the Bells. So, be safe, have a happy holidays, stay classy, HH.
Hark how the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old, meek and the bold. Ding dong, ding dong, dong, as their song with joyful ring, caroling. One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they pound, raising the sound, o'er hill and dale, telling the tale. Gaily they ring while people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. Dawn now they send, dawn without end. Dear table tone to every home. Hark how the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old, meek and the bold. Ding dong, ding dong, dong, as their song with joyful ring, caroling. One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they pound, raising the sound, o'er hill and dale, telling the tale. Gaily they ring while people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. Ding dong, ding dong, they send.